Vine rushed towards the closet, going through different sections and drawers. Something. She needed something to rely on. One drawer after another, but all there was clothes and accessories. One diamond after another. Such a huge closet, and she couldn't find anything for her protection. Her heart rate was fast, as if her heart might actually blow. Getting married to such a dangerous man who claimed to be a mafia. He bought her, and her sick father actually sold her. She couldn't run away from him. She knew, by the way, she just saw the amount of security surrounding his mansion, which she just entered. She was still in her bridal gown. He was with her, but a man came and took him away for some business. One was taken to a room by a maid. She cursed and threw the things off the shelf. They were expensive. Everything in this place was more expensive than anything she has ever seen in her whole life. But she couldn't care less about them. Her whole life was just ruined. Ryan, I won't let you force me. There's a limit to everything. Her eyes teared up out of anger. Her whole life she spent getting tortured by her father, and now this? Taking a few deep breaths, she cleaned the closet, putting everything back on its place, and tried to calm herself down. He was a dangerous man. She needed to win his trust to escape. There was no way she could go against him heads on. She heard the door opening and turned out. She found her husband in front of her. His coat was gone and shirt buttons were half done. He looked like the definition of fear and violence, yet he was unfairly charming, like that one villain in your favorite fiction. Jungkook, are you looking for something? Why? I was just looking around. I also wanted to change. It's quite heavy. She lied quite smoothly. Having a strict and abusive father made her a good liar. Jungkook, your stuff will arrive tomorrow. He grabbed one of his own shirts from the closet and extended it towards her. When she was about to take it, he threw it away on the couch. Jungkook, you didn't think I was going to let you change and have your beauty sleep? Her expressions turned confused and a pout appeared on her lips. It was so real, anyone was going to believe it. She looked way too innocent like that. Vine, I know how you brought me here, but I'm still your wife. Will it be wrong if we get to know each other first? I would like to know my husband. All I know is your name. She looked down, her cheeks slightly turning red. Yet, before she knew Jungkook had her cornered against the rack, he held her chin and forced her to look in his eyes directly. Jungkook, we will get to know each other after I claim you as well. She sighed and held his arm softly. Wine. No one wants to be sold. No one wants to be treated like this. But since you are my husband and it's your wish, then okay. Jungkook let go of her chin and stepped back, slipping hand inside of his pocket. Her eyes shifted back towards the floor as the two stood there for a while before he turned on his heels and left to his room. Jungkook, change up. Get comfortable as quick as you can. I won't let go next time. Vine let out an exhale once he left and balled her fist. It was too hard for her. She didn't want to think what would happen if he didn't give up. She instantly changed up into his shirt before he changed his mind. A little more search in the closet brought her nothing. Maybe she could use these diamonds and run away with them. She could finally start a new life with them. Once she entered the room and slipped inside the sheets, her husband was busy on some business call. As much as she was happy she was getting her space, she needed him on her side. She needed to win him to save herself. She slipped out of the sheets and walked over towards the Jungkook, who stood in front of the glass door to the terrace. She back hugged him. Jungkook continued his call until he was done with it. Jungkook, you're awfully comfortable for someone who was forced. Wine, who said I was forced? He stayed quiet, and her arms around him tightened a little as she dug her face in his back. He let her. Wine, I didn't want to be bought, but I was not forced. I had a rough life. There was nothing for me except for torture. I just want to start this life on better terms. I'm tired of all the suffering. Victim card always did its work, no? No matter how much of a beast a man was in front of you. Wine, I was so grateful for you, for understanding me back there. That was like the first time someone ever tried to leave me something for me. Thank you. Her voice was soft and angelic as it could be. She hated how most of it was true, and not some white words to capture her in her trick. Jungkook, remember that Ryan. The day you go against me, I can't promise what will become of you. But for now, I'll provide you with things you lost in your life. He turned. She realized he didn't even try to fake an emotion. His face was devoid of emotion as it had always been. Jungkook, I made you my wife. You can't forget about the past. I paid for you. She looked down, and this time, when his hand landed on her cheek, It felt so warm and affectionate, a touch so gentle and protective she almost gave into it. Wine, why? Why did you choose me? I'm just a nobody. Jungkook, you caught my eyes. I wanted you mine. It doesn't matter who you were before. Now, you're Jones' woman. She refused to merge herself with that name, but something about it sounded so powerful and dangerous, as if this man stood beside her, she could own the whole world. Ryan, can we sleep? I'm a little tired today. It was a long day. I'll make you breakfast tomorrow. She smiled and held his hand, walking over towards the bed. Jungkook, do as you want, and if you don't want to, that's never a problem. There are a lot of people to do the chorus. One climbed up the bed, and so he did, while she kept holding his hand. Wine. I shouldn't because if you try my handmade food, I might have to make it daily. You'll get addicted to it. He raised a brow and she chuckled, scratching the back of her neck. He gripped onto her neck instead and pulled her close. It was such a sudden move, she was unable to breathe for a good moment. He leaned closer and then, just when she thought he was going to kiss her, he kissed the corner of his lips and pulled away. Jungkook, I might get addicted to you as well. Any solutions for that? She gulped. Looking in his eyes from such closeness made her realize why people are so scared of him. Even if right now he is not a threat, but she feared the time she might get caught. And that's exactly why she needed to act right, make a fool of him, and run away the first moment she finds. To be continued.